What is up, guys? It is good to be back. It is good to be back. This video is just going to be a bit of an update, explaining why it's been a while since I posted, and then also just, hanging out, covering certain things that we missed the past month, or, well, it's going on 2 months now, or a month and a half. So, to get right into it, I got a new job. Yeah. So, I still don't have like specific set days yet. I'm going to work on trying to get that figured out, to see if they'll do that with me. Just so I'll have more time to work on other things and, post content as well on here. Well, not more time. I take that back, but I will have more of a planned schedule, I guess, or know when I will be able to, work on other stuff or side stuff. Anyways, so yeah, that is pretty much the gist of it. That's, really why I haven't been posting as much. I think there was a few things that I recorded. I just haven't got around to editing them yet. I know there was like a food review or something, but I should get that posted pretty quickly. Other than that, I guess we will talk about, what else I've been up to, or the other movies that I have seen these past couple months that I haven't got to do any reviews of. I just figured, why not do one big, video here covering some of the recent stuff that's happened. So, I had seen Masters of the Universe. I don't believe I'd covered a video on it. I think I was going to record a quick video on my phone, but to be honest, it was kind of mid to me. That's one reason I didn't really do a full review. And I'm sorry to any longtime fans of Masters of the Universe out there. I think some of the visual effects, especially towards the end when he fights Grayskull, was probably the best parts of the movie. Other than that, it was kind of a drag. Like, it kind of dragged to me. To be honest, I don't really know a whole lot more that I want to say about it. I don't know a ton about the lore. I know it's a cartoon that came out, in the 70s or 80s. I do recall seeing bits and pieces of it on TV when I was a kid, because I know they were still showing it for a while. Heck, they might even still be showing it. I don't know. I don't have cable. But, I would probably give it, for those of you who want to score, to be honest, probably a 5. Maybe a higher 5, just for some of the fight stuff, but I don't know. Just wasn't really my thing. What else did I see? Young Washington. I actually seen that with my dad. I thought it was pretty decent. It was mostly a lot of backstory, like how he became a commander, or whatever you want to call it, of the military. So it was interesting, it was when he was younger. I felt like as soon as more of the action and stuff started to kick in, it almost felt like that's when the movie ended. However, still, I think it's pretty good for especially younger kids to know more of our actual history and forefathers, rather than everyone just thinking, oh, it was all racist or about owning slaves or whatever bullcrap that they teach in school nowadays. Maybe not all schools, but a lot. Now, I can go into a whole spiel of that. I don't really want to, but how other people own slaves, not just Americans, and yeah. Anyways, I digress. Because I know we're not completely innocent of everything, but at the same time, there's people that try to push a lot of guilt and hate towards America, even though they love living here or coming here. But like I said, I digress. I would give the movie maybe, let's see, I wrote some notes here. I'd say maybe a mid to high 6. Yeah, I think that's fair. Then I also seen the Odyssey, and yeah, that was a pretty big one in the news and stuff. Well, I say news, but I mean social media, whatever, all the memes with what's her name, or its name, whatever. Elliot Page. Anyways, I will say that the opening scene of it kind of reminded me of some of the memes, to be honest. So I'm not gonna lie, I thought that it was a little humorous, but I will also say that I feel like the beginning of the movie, like the flow of it, it seemed like some of it kind of happened quickly. And like, don't get me wrong, I think it was a scene when Odysseus was sitting down with the witch lady. I won't go into full spoilers, but yeah, the witch lady, you'll know once you see it. I don't recall her name, but it seemed like me being a cinematographer myself, it just, obviously there was a lot of good cinematography in it, and they filmed it for IMAX. I didn't see it in IMAX, unfortunately. I know, the way Nolan intended, but I wanted to, but I kind of wanted to, but I just didn't get around to it. As far as the movie and the story itself, that's what I'm going to try to hit on more. It was more of a modern take of the Odyssey. And, what I was going to say, that scene when they're sitting, being at the table, being a cinematographer myself, it felt kind of like there was a lot of quick, unnecessary cuts or like chops for some reason. Other than that, that was only like one of the only like weird choices that I could recall cinematography wise, or that really stood out to me. Other than that, there was definitely a lot of good shots. And as far as the story, what I was going to say, I think, like I said, it went kind of quick at first. Then it seemed to do good or have, a little more action or meat to it. Kept me a little more engaged. And then the end kind of, like, there was action, some good action scenes and stuff, but then it kind of slowed down, or seemed like it was dragging a little, but it is, like a 3-hour movie. So overall, I know there's some people that really love it. There's some people that hate it. Oh, I will also say that the fact that he decided to go with just regular, like American accents or whatever, no one really had much of a ancient Greek accent or whatever you want to call it. At first, it kind of bothered me, but I knew that it wasn't going to be like that going into it, so I got over it. Anyways, overall, I'll probably give the movie like a mid 6, 6.5, maybe 6.8. I don't know. I mean, I'd watch it again, but it's not something that I would like constantly watch or go out of my way to I don't know, want to buy it right away, I guess. Now, that reminds me, I did hear that Elon Musk, or someone said Elon Musk should give Mel Gibson like so many millions or the budget to do his own version of the Odyssey, where it's more historically appropriate, I guess. Even though obviously it's mythological or whatever, fiction, more accurate to the original Odyssey poem or story, and with more proper accents and all of that. Which I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty decent. He did a good job on the Passion. They even spoke in Aramaic or Hebrew, whatever it was. So that could be interesting. And I think Elon Musk even commented on it and said that he was down. So, Mel Gibson, are you? And the next one, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Wow. Yeah. That one's still, pretty new. It's doing good. I heard that it's breaking a lot of records. And I would say, overall, I really enjoyed it. Right off the bat, I would probably give it a high 7 or maybe even an 8. Yeah. I think that... Well, let me talk about the things that I thought could have been better. I didn't care for as much, and then I'll talk about the good. So, I feel like it could have been a little more interesting if they explored more of the arachnid powers or, his powers evolving or whatever. From the trailers, it kind of seemed like they would have, and I know that there's like a specific version of, like in the comics, where there's like a man spider thing where he actually turns into like a giant mutant spider or whatever. And some people were speculating that could have been in this. To be honest, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like, they would have to do it right. Like, it could be interesting to see, but I don't think it should be something that continuously stays, if that makes sense. You know how the Hawk can control, or kind of control, how he goes in and out of the Hawk or whatever. Since Spider-Man already has powers and a suit and stuff, I don't know if I'd want to see him constantly, like, be using or transforming into an actual spider mutant freak thing. It could be interesting to see once if they decided to do that, but I don't know. They'd have to do it right. Because obviously there's a lot of kids that are Spider-Man fans, and, that could freak some of them out. But I'm not too familiar with the actual comics where that happens. Let me know if you know in the comments below. Like, is he supposed to be good or bad when that happens? Okay. Or like if he's still aware of what he's doing and all that. I will say I did like the Hawk scene, how they actually made him more aggressive finally, rather than the Professor Hawk crap that they've been doing. Like, come on, man. The Hawk he was never originally like that. Like, if he's just going to be calm and stuff the whole time, then it's kind of like, what's the point? Why not just keep him Bruce Banner or whatever? But, yeah, I like what they did with him in this movie, making him aggressive again. The Spider-Man fight with him was pretty good. I will say, too, that the opening, like, Spider-Man swinging through the city and stuff, there's a lot of nice and unique, like, cinematography choices there. The close-up of his eye and all of that, which I probably should look into who the cinematographer was. I know that the director was the guy who did Shang-Chi, which I thought he did a pretty good job on this, especially for it being different and like a little bit of a more mature Spider-Man, or like he's grown up a little bit on his own and all that. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, yes. And then the Punisher stuff. Of course, I'm a fan of the Punisher show, so I enjoyed that and this as well. It's interesting seeing him in something that's PG 13, but I thought that they pulled it off pretty well, and there are some humorous scenes with that. I'm not going to go into too many spoilers. I already said that there was a Hawk and Spider-Man fight, but that's all I'm going to say. You would probably already know that if you watch the trailer. So I don't think that's too big of a spoiler. Now this right here may be a little bit of a spoiler, so you may want to skip this if you haven't seen it yet, but it's already been out at least a couple weeks, I think. Sadie Sink from Stranger Things, she plays Jean Grey in it, which, surprise, surprise, a lot of people were figuring that's who she was going to play. I felt like she did a decent job. I just felt like the writing there could have been a little better. Like, I wouldn't say it was the worst, but I know some people was complaining like that she actually killed people and then, went away scot-free or whatever at the end, which, or without really having to pay the price for any of that. I don't know. Apparently the directors or writers or whatever tried to argue that she technically didn't kill anyone. So I don't know. It is what it is. Would be interesting to see, them explore her and develop her character a little more, which she's probably going to be in, I'd imagine, the new Avengers movies and stuff. Which, that reminds me, I do want to talk about newer stuff that's coming out. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Because I know that the Avengers Doomsday trailer obviously dropped. And yes, I've already watched it, so I'm sorry I can't do a live reaction, but we'll go ahead and watch it again here, and I will give my thoughts on it. All right, I already had it pulled up. Oh. Got to grab my headphones, and I want to make sure it's in, 4K. Or the best definition possible. Alrighty.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter.
I do like...
Before this day is done,
Well, I'll save it till the end.
we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
Or actually, no, I should probably talk about it now because I don't want it to get a copyright strike if I play it all the way through without any breaks. I was just going to say I do like how they're bringing back some of the old X-Men characters in it. But I think they're still probably going to tie in some of the variant stuff or multiverse stuff, which I know some people are kind of indifferent of that, but I think they've been doing a pretty decent job with it.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died.
Now, I know that Fantastic Four movie was supposed to be... When was it supposed to take place again? Let me check real quick. Okay, the 60s. That's what I was originally going to say, but I don't want to be wrong and it be actually before that. So I'm wondering how they're like bringing them into, if this is supposed to be like present day with these other characters, or apparently someone's time traveled or something, unless they just didn't age.
They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one.
Cyclops, Gambit,
Everything
Shang-Chi,
that they sacrifice will be for nothing
Loki.
if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles and presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters.
If you return.
My words.
If you return.
We're going to need a miracle. Hey, pal. It's not possible.
They know bringing back these old school Avengers is what's going to get people coming to the theater. Or these old school characters, I should say. Four months. All right, so I'm gonna be honest. I think Infinity War was probably my favorite, just because I feel like the flow of that was really good. I mean, obviously, you could say the first Avengers too, because it's what, started it and got, the band together to begin with, so to speak. But Infinity War introduced more characters, and I felt like the flow of it was good. You didn't fully know who all was going to show up. And I remember seeing it in IMAX. And, yeah, people freaking out when it was, certain characters showed up and stuff. Now, in this, it seems like, for the most part, they're just trying to reveal a lot of them, at least a lot of the older ones and stuff, just to already get people on board. So, hopefully there is still some surprise characters that will be in it that people don't expect, which I think there probably will be. I don't know how many or to what extent. Yeah, I'm still pretty excited for it. I think it'll be good. Obviously, some of these characters, they aren't my favorite. I don't care for as much as past Marvel stuff or Avengers, but I thought this newer Fantastic Four movie was okay. It was decent. Probably better than the past few that they came out with, but I don't know. Still, none of the characters really stood out to me all of that much, but maybe in this it will give them more development, more likability, and that's coming out the end of the year, December 18th. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, yes, I have it right here. Ebenezer, so Johnny Depp's back in a Hollywood movie. And I already watched the trailer for this too, but we'll go ahead and watch it again. Yes, sir, he did. I will say that Captain Jack Sparrow, gotta add the captain, is probably my favorite character that Johnny Depp, not probably, he is my favorite character that Johnny Depp has done. If you don't know, yeah, obviously I do some impersonations, and that is one of them, or the very first one that I've done like since high school. Yeah, so, and the way this whole trial went down and stuff, and the whole issues that he had with Amber Heard and people not, believing him at first, which, granted, there was probably wrong done on both sides, but it seemed like, I'm not going to lie, it seemed like a lot of the abuse, and I'm not just saying physical, there can be mental and, I guess emotional abuse with words and stuff was done more so to him. And then maybe, I don't know. I don't want to do too much speculation, but I'm just glad that it seemed like, people just wanted to take her side at first, but then found out that a lot of it, she was kind of full of it. Anyway. So this is a good sign that he could be back as Jack Sparrow. And if they do more movies of that, I hope that they get good writers and directors. Because the last few were decent, but, nothing like the trilogy or the first two.
It's good to be back.
To Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Classic Johnny Depp.
I say to you, sir, Merry Humbug! Merry Christmas!
Humbug!
And a Happy New Year!
Humbug!
Merry Christmas.
Now, obviously, okay, November. I was gonna say, obviously, some of his stuff seems kind of similar, or you can see similarities in some of his characters, like when he yells, or, because it's Johnny Depp, but, he's playing Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge, so, it will be interesting seeing him in a role like that, where he's playing more of a jerk or angry person. I wouldn't say my expectations are super high, like that I think it's going to be really great or anything. It's not like, the story hasn't already been done a lot or whatever, so it's not like something I'm super, super excited for, but I'll see it. Looks like it could be a decent family movie. Yeah, it's just good to know he's back. So, let's see, what else do we got? Okay. I think that's about it as far as trailers and stuff that I want to show. I was just going to say that, let me fix this real quick. Sorry. Whatever. I guess that's good. That's all the trailers I really want to show, just to kind of help save time. But I will say some other ones that seem kind of interesting. Was End of Oak Street, which that's out now. I'll probably try to see that soon. And The Dog Stars, which it's Scott Ridley, I believe, that directed that. So yeah, those are some that I'll probably see. Maybe I'll do reviews of them or just give my thoughts on them afterwards. I think that last one comes out towards the end of this month as well. And then let's I kind of want to talk about some new music. And I might actually do some listens or reviews towards the end of this, but before I get into that, there's actually a few new items that I just recently picked up today. Nothing too major, but, you know, I thought, why not share? Why not share on here? The first thing I picked up was one of these, like, what's the official name? I don't know. But it's like a PlayStation mystery figure. I don't know if you can see all of them. There's got some classic characters on there, like Jack and Dexter, Spyro, and then, of course, some newer ones, like from The Last of Us, Kratos, the character from Horizon Zero Dawn, Alloy, I think her name is, and Astrobot, Twisted Metal character, or Sweet Tooth. So yeah, but before I open this, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Liquid IVs, yep, picked it up. I don't know, just thought the box was pretty cool. Figured I'd share on here, and remember to stay hydrated. This summer has been very hot, especially if you're like in the south, like Florida, like me. Then I also grabbed this this yo-yo. It's a Luma from the Super Mario Brothers movie, or Super Mario Galaxy movie that recently came out. Well, I say recently, but I know it's been like a few months now. But yeah. The reason why I got this, it was only like $5, but my nieces and nephew kind of really liked these characters or thought they were funny in the movie. This blue one, especially, I think. And I thought it lit up, but I guess not. To yo-yo, I think it just glows in the dark. But yeah, they like it, so I thought I'd get it for them to play with. And yeah, that's it. So let's open this. See what I got. Hopefully something good. Hopefully more of a character that I like. I mean, man, I probably should have brought scissors with me. I didn't think this ahead. 1 second. Okay, there we go. We're on. All right. Ooh, okay. All right. Not too bad, I guess. It's a character from one of the Ghost games with the samurais. I think this is the newer one with the chick. Yeah, it looks like the chick. The second one. I forget the Ghost of Zauntee or something like that. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I had the first game. I never finished it. I know. Sad. I did enjoy what I played of it, though. But yeah, this isn't bad. It could have been worse. Could have been a worse figure. I ain't gonna say who, but you can imagine. I was kind of hoping for either Jack or Spyro, not gonna lie. Or, I say Spyro, Sly Cooper, I mean. I could have put Spyro in this too. Let's use PlayStation 1 character. Okay, now we are going to go to the new music, I believe. Oh, I did want to point out when I was talking about Brand New Day, since I was trying to kind of do a quick review, I was gonna say that obviously the Tobey Maguire movies are probably the best in my opinion, or have a special spot in my heart, I guess, because I grew up with them, and I just felt like the story was a little more fleshed out, and you could relate to the character more, like the struggles that he went through and stuff. Especially versus the Amazing Spider-Man. Like, might get some hate for this. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think Andrew Garfield is terrible. I think he's decent at Spider-Man. But as far as portraying Peter Parker, and when he first got his powers and stuff, I felt like it was kind of rushed, and there was some more kind of corny stuff in those movies. But yeah, Tobey Maguire one. But I feel like Tom Holland does a decent job at portraying both. And there is obviously some good writing and stuff in the newer ones. I'd probably say it's up there. It's definitely up there. Like Spider-Man 1 and 2 are probably my tops. And then I would say No Way Home, and then maybe Brand New Day. And then, yeah, the other ones after that. Maybe this one of the Spider-Verse movies afterwards, because there's a lot of characters in it. Kind of interesting seeing I know a lot of people that's their favorite because of Miles or whatever, but anyways, let's get to the new music. So, Zauntee, I don't think I've ever talked about him on my channel yet, but he is actually another Christian rapper, and I'm not familiar with all of his stuff, but there are a few songs that I knew or recognized by him, and some that I thought were pretty good. Let me go down to the bottom first. I haven't listened to much of his newer stuff in a while, so I figured we'll listen to some of it. So this song, Back from the Dead, I thought was pretty good. It's like 4 years old. And Jesus Called My Name was pretty good. It's different. I think it's more like him actually singing in that, not rapping as much, though. So it's a little bit of a different sound. And let's see. I know God Taught Me. He was like, I think one of his first bigger ones, because one of my friends liked that. So yeah, just to give you a little bit of a reference, or if you want to see some of the stuff that I guess I know or heard by him. So let's listen to some of the newer stuff real quick. So, okay. 2 months ago. He's playing guitar here. Interesting. God Remembers. How about we'll just listen to the last two that he posted. This one was a month ago. Price to Stay Alive. And I forgot to resize my screen or minimize it. Sorry about that. Okay, showing the grill. Okay, this is interesting. I haven't heard him play guitar. I'm trying to do a little bit of a punk rock thing like MGK. It's not bad. It's different from his other stuff, I will tell you that. Will say, at least he's willing to like try different stuff or experiment with the sound. This is more like a mix of, this is more like a mix of rap and rock or something. Whereas most of his other stuff has been rap and occasionally like some normal, maybe alternative type singing. I don't know. Doesn't sound bad. Okay. You gonna do a scream in here? Because I ain't never heard him do that. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I'm more of a heavy metal guy. I was not intentionally trying to find anything that was like that. Not on his stuff anyways. Okay, you doing all your own solos too, Zauntee? Okay. I mean, not bad for like a, say, kind of modern type of rock sound. Let me just show you real quick what he normally sounds like. Hard Work God First. I think that one was a little popular too, but let me... Oh, dang it. I skipped it. Okay. Just to show you real quick. And then I'm going to go to the other new one, if you're unfamiliar with them. Oh, come on. It's freezing up. This is a sound that I'm more used to from him, so that he typically sounds like. So it's kind of cool that he's showing he can do a variety, I guess. Anyways, you can listen to that on your own time if you'd like. I'm going to check out the newest one. It says 6 days ago.
Hard times in my life, but I'll never give up. Lay in bed every night and see what I could become. Sight set on a dream. It feels like nobody sees, but it ain't all up to me. I'm holding on to belief, giving all I can give, but that's the price of the struggle. Promised I would grind to bring the lions out of the jungle. Praying that my dedication wouldn't all go to waste.
That's a little more of a relaxed vibe to it.
Weeks hard set on something better. Kept on telling myself it ain't gonna stay this way forever. I'll just keep getting up. I've gone too far to stay down, cause the battle only matters if you get off the ground.
As far as the beat, I mean.
Lose the fire on the inside. It's been a lot of hard days and long nights, but it's gonna be worth the fight. I know it's gonna be worth the fight. Every struggle, every sacrifice, your whole life, the blood, sweat, and tears cry. It's gonna be worth the fight. I know it's gonna be worth the fight. I got these tears in my eyes cause I want it so much. See the stars in the sky.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely more of a chiller vibe than some of his other stuff. As far as the beat, like I'm saying. See if the lyrics are down here.
But it's gonna be worth the fight. I know it's gonna be worth the fight. Every struggle, every sacrifice, your whole life, the blood, sweat, and tears cry. It's gonna be worth the fight. I know it's gonna be worth the fight.
Okay. Adding a little bit of like choir. Definitely has some good or like positive lyrics, especially for believers. So if you're looking for that, I would recommend if you're looking for that. Or more positive rap. Oh, did not mean to do that. I was going to say, even if everything isn't my preferred style, I appreciate his passion. And the, like I said, that he's willing to try other sounds too, or show that he can do other sounds. Maybe he likes, mixing it up. So there's definitely other stuff by him that I haven't heard. So if you would like to see me do more reviews or reactions, I guess, more so reactions, yeah, let me know if you have a song request, either by him or someone else. But now, August Burn Dread. This is a band that I was actually waiting. This album came out in June, I believe, early June. Yeah, it says 2 months ago. I was waiting because I was going to do like a full album reaction. I'm just going to try to listen to a song or two right now, because I still haven't listened to all of it. I've only listened to a few of the singles that they released. I know. Pretty terrible. But these songs I'm listening to are the first time, so you're going to get my reaction. And apparently this one, Legions, has, let's see, My Karonica from The Devil Wears Prada as guest vocals, I believe. So that's one reason why I picked this. And then I think I will try Behemoth, because I think I heard that was another good one or heavier one. Okay, right off the bat. Ooh. Was that Mike layered with him, or was that just him, Jake? Sound like he said welcome home. Oh man, no lyrics. That's okay. Said you're never getting out of line. Stank face. Okay. Interesting. Man, that's something that this band has always done well, and why I like them so much is their switch up, like their tempo switch up. How they go from slow to fast, melodic. Melodic to heavy, slow to fast. Okay, that's my... Sounds a little higher than normal. I think they did a tour not too long ago together, or I think they played The Devil Wears Prada on one of the Christmas Burns Red shows, or like the last one that they did. So that's cool that they're collabing or doing this. See what I mean? There we go, melodic. Kind of dreary melodic, but I've heard them do happier beats and beats that sounded like Southern and jazz. It's got a punch to it. Ooh. This one, I'm not gonna lie, has kind of like a little bit of a drearier sound. It sounds like he said there is good and evil and there is me, which is interesting. Be interested to dive into these lyrics more, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on this video because I know this video is already pretty long. Where is my time? Oh, we're about an hour. That ain't too bad, I guess. But I want to listen to the other song, too, after this. Oh. Heck yeah, man. That double bass. The double bass pedal on the drums. Holy crap, man. That's probably some of the heaviest I've heard Jake scream or growl. Some of the deepest I've heard him. I'm not gonna lie, he's reaching like deathcore, maybe. I was gonna say death metal, but more deathcore type lows there. And they've primarily been like metalcore, hardcore. Yes, there is a difference. All right. Now let's see. I am going to listen to this whole album, but fortunately not on here, not on this video. Maybe once I listen to it in my own time, I will get back and do a thoughts or review type of video. Okay, Behemoth. Sounds kind of similar to some of their stuff before, unless I did listen to this and forgot. Okay, maybe I just heard a clip of it on Instagram. Ooh, what's coming up? What's coming up? Add a little seasoning, a little spice to it. All right. I was gonna say too, I feel like what they did with their logo here is pretty interesting. Like for a while they've been using the U, or like fire for the U. I forget if it's in the word August or Burns, or maybe it's in both. But yeah, they have it like a tree in this. So, if you couldn't see, season it, season it. Makes me want to throw some tomahawks. Or battle axes. Yeah, I might have heard this in a clip too. I know he said it ends with me, like as far as talking about negative stuff in the family. He said his legacy won't be something, it sounded like he said of sorrow and something. I may have heard, I don't know if I heard the whole song, but I think I heard clips of it online. So yeah, I wasn't as surprised with it. Sure, why not? Let's go to another one. This sounds interesting. I like that. So I looked up which guest vocals there were on what songs. I've already heard Sonic Salvation, the singer Polaris. Alex Reed, I think that's how you say it. From Make Them Suffer, Cerebral Malfunction. Maybe I'll listen to that. And Sean Hermanis. Okay. Maybe I'll go to Cerebral Malfunction. Okay. I'm sorry for skipping, I'm sorry. Let's try not to make this video super, super long. I am definitely planning on listening to all of it on my own time. There we go. Solos. Kind of gives me like a what the heck's their name? Why can't I think of it? War of Ages beat a little bit, and there's another one. Why can't I think of it? It's an Australian hardcore band. Just the beat a little bit. Now this is Cerebral Malfunction. This will be the last one. I'll call it a night. But again, guys, let me know if there's any songs in particular that you want me to do a specific reaction video to, and I will try to get to it when I can. That didn't work out. I wanted it to. I was trying to make a long stream. I don't know if you could see that. I didn't want to blow it up too high and get it all over my electronics, but yeah, you know, some of the wrestlers that do that stuff. Need some windshield wipers on my lenses. Cerebral Malfunction. Circle pit. Interesting. See, I like when they do some like guitar solos that sound kind of like uplifting a little bit like that. mixed in with heavy stuff. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that was JB or the other dude. His name slips my mind. I'm sorry. I'm being stupid, but that's interesting. Okay. I need to listen to the whole album, like on a car drive or something. I like hearing how they flow each song into the next one. Does that band actually, did they sound like that? Do they do normal singing too a lot? Make them suffer? Might have to check out some of their stuff. Not sure if I've heard the name, but I'm not sure if I've heard much of their music. All right. That was pretty good. And I just started to get hyped up. Tears of the Clouds. Okay, this is real short. It just seems like a transition. But yeah, I will end this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I got a new job. I don't know exactly how my schedule is going to be, but I do want to keep trying to post content and get it out there for you. If you like seeing me do any reactions or reviews to stuff, yeah, just if you have suggestions, give them to me below. Appreciate it. Peace. Have a good night.